Hello there, welcome to 40 Lessons in 40 Years. My name is Buluwatife David and this is Lesson 28. Build references for your ideas and suggested possibility. Many years ago, one of my mentors said something to me that resonated at a higher or at a deeper level. He says it this way, that ideas and suggestions of possibilities are like tabletops, and then the references that you have are the legs that will substantiate the tabletops. So, for example, if I were to suggest to you that it's possible for you to make $1 billion before the end of this year, the possibility of you believing it and actually working towards it is dependent on the references that you have or the references that you don't have. So for example, if you have made $1 billion before, that is a reference. If within your families you have a lot of cousins and nieces and uncles that have made billions in dollars before, those are references. If you have friends around you that have generated that kind of money before, that would also be what? References. Now, the more of these references that you have, the more you are able to believe in the possibility of the suggestion that you are going to make $1 billion, right? But if, for example, within your scope of reference, within your environment, you have not even made $1 million, let alone $1 billion, right? The moment that suggestion comes, that this thing cannot happen. Why? Because the suggestions did not have references that can support it. Now, why am I sharing this with you today? At different points in our lives, we either get suggestions from our superiors, our mentors, the people that have gone ahead of us, or even in our own point of envisioning what our future can be, or at the point where we're just coming up with these beautiful dreams, you come up with something that is way higher than where you are currently. And in those moments, you either believe it by looking for references that substantiate it, or your dreams and your visions and your aspirations will come crashing down like a pack of cards. So the next time you have an idea coming to your mind, the next time you have a suggestion of a possible future, all that you need to do is to take a pause and ask yourself, what are the references that I can come up with that would make it possible for me to be able to produce this vision or this suggested possibilities? I remember many years ago, I had issues with my height and body size. I always think to myself, who is going to listen to this small statured human being? At that time, I believed so strong in my heart that my message was going to travel really far. I believed I was going to be invited to, different stages to come and speak and all of those kind of things. Those were my dreams and those were my aspirations. But every time I think about it, that question comes up in my mind. Who has done this thing before that looks like you? And in that moment, I begin to fret, I begin to lose confidence in the possibility of that dream until I began to look for references. I looked around me. I saw the likes of the VP of Nigeria at the time, Yemi Osinbajo. I saw a lot of small statured people that are moving big stuff out there. I think of a lot of people either in the political space, in the entertainment space, in the speaking space. I even looked at people that were seemingly a lot more disadvantaged than me. And the more I saw these things as references of what is possible, the more I increase my conviction about the things that are possible for me. And the more convinced I became, the more I pushed towards making that dream a possibility. So, what are your dreams that you have today? What are those desires? What are those suggestions or possibilities that you have today? But somehow, some way, you don't have enough conviction. it will be because you don't have enough references. So today, I challenge you, go out and look for references that support your ideas so that you can bring enough conviction that would help you power through whatever obstacle you're going to find.